Hello, welcome to Travel with Austin. I'm Austin, and today we will be talking about Rising Park. Rising Park in Lancaster, Ohio is considered one of the best parks in the central Ohio area. It contains all of the things that a normal park does: a playground, shelter houses, a nice pond, and some sports areas. But what sets Rising Park apart from the others is Mount Pleasant. The steep 250-foot cliff gives you amazing views of the surrounding area. Today, we are taking a look at some of the history of this popular park. Now, Mount Pleasant is actually not a mountain at all, but instead is a sandstone bluff, originally called Standing Stone by the native population in the area. According to Joe Ann Bainter, a longtime Lancaster resident who is 99 years old, in 1807, the land that Mount Pleasant sits on was originally given to a man named Thomas Worthington. Now, this land wasn't just given to him, but was in fact given to him by Thomas Jefferson, who of course was president at the time. Now, over the years, the land did pass through many different hands. That is, until 1908, when Philip and Carrie Rising bought the property and donated it to the city for use as a park. Now, I'll admit, if you're like me, you may have thought that Rising Park was named after the rising cliff face that is the main attraction of the park. But it is in fact named Rising Park to honor Philip and Carrie Rising for donating the land. In total, they donated 73 acres for the park. In 1909, a former resident of Lancaster gave the city $50 to build benches along the steep trail to the top. These were completed in 1910 and are still there today. She later donated another $150 for a larger resting area at the summit of Mount Pleasant. Now, the original park shelter is described kinda weirdly. It is described as a barn that looked like a covered bridge with sides that could lift when groups were present. Now, in 1924, although both Philip and Carrie had sadly already passed away, the Rising family donated money in order to build a new shelter house. Constructed out of quarried limestone and wood, this shelter house contained a fireplace and of course was named the Rising Shelter House. In 1939, the Works Project Administration began building a second shelter house on the park land, to be known as the Lancaster Shelter House. Unfortunately, the Works Projects program ended before the shelter house was complete, and the park had to hire others to finish it. This shelter house was made of slab lumber and had an asbestos shingled roof. Now, over the years, the park did make some small land purchases. In 1950, they purchased 0.05 of an acre for the park, and in 1967, they purchased just under a quarter of an acre to add on to the park. Today, thanks to the generosity of the Rising family, the park is open to the public for free and contains one of the most interesting natural features of an Ohio park, and almost certainly the best view. So if you ever find yourself around Lancaster, Ohio, I definitely recommend checking out Rising Park, taking a hike to the very top, and looking out and seeing everything you can. That is all I have for you guys today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe because I make new videos all the time. Thank you for watching.